Were you expecting me to slam these on the desk? Because that's like what let's do something like that. I'm not really feeling that either. Let's do something like that. They're just there. Don't pay attention too much to them, but I just want to know that they're there. All right, what's going on? It's your Gregory Cooper and I'm back with another video, man. Looking for my stars where I'm not going nowhere. Look. So, I got another pair of clogs. Now, this officially makes 7 pairs of clogs in my closet. Now, if you remember this video right here, this was actually my 7 pair of clogs, but I didn't buy those clogs for me. I was buying those to help somebody out in another video. So I ended up just buying those, kind of testing them out, and then I returned them. But this pair right here actually makes 7 pairs of clogs. So I have a full week's worth of clogs. So not in this video, but another video that should come out in like the next couple of weeks or a month or so should be a tier list of clogs that I have. Now that I have a full week, this is a plan that I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna rock a pair from Monday all the way up until Sunday. And I'm gonna do a full day in those clogs, and I'm gonna have a tier list for the clogs that I currently own in my closet and kind of just rank them, just seeing like what's the worst pair from what I have and then what's the best pair that I have. So do be on the lookout for that video. Now, these clogs I'm gonna be talking about in this video comes from the brand Gardenair. Now, if you remember this video right here, I already had a pair of clogs from them. So if you do wanna watch that video, and if you're interested to see how those fit, that video is right there. But these right here, I have seen these 10 times more than I've seen that other pair. This pair is definitely the more popular pair. This is a pair that most people gravitate to. Even just like within like the clog space, I feel like ones that look like this are kind of just like the more popular or like the more known pair. So you can see right here, it doesn't have that traditional like back off right here like my other pairs of clogs. Unlike my garden clogs from ALD or like my other pairs from Birkenstock. But these do look like the ALD Diner clogs that I do have. So I will be doing, in some sense, a comparison to the ALD Diner clogs as well, which was this pair right here. Now, off the rip, something that I just noticed, like when I unboxed these and I looked at them, they do very similarly look like the ALD Diner clogs. So I wonder if I'm gonna have as much of the issue as I did with the Diner clog, because my main thing with the Diner clog was whenever I took a step, the material on the sides would expand out like this, causing my foot to kind of feel like it's gonna fall out. And then like once I took a step, it would like suction back up. And I didn't necessarily like that because I noticed it with every step that I took. And I almost have to be very like conscientious of like every step that I took, making sure like my foot doesn't fall out. So I am very curious. I haven't tried them on yet. I am very curious what my experience in these are gonna be. There's no actual insole in here. So that's a very interesting take. Compared to the ALD Diner clog, which does come with a pretty soft insole. So this one, not having one, very skeptical so far, but they do look nice. Like these very much so do look nice. I don't know why these are still here. First impressions though, like they look good. I'm gonna put them on now to kind of see what they feel like. All right, let's see what I don't know. I feel like they look clean. Simple, not too much going on. I say like having them on, they do feel a little bit more snug than a Diner clog. So that's already starting off to a good start. So far, no issue. I don't feel the suction piece. They feel good. They actually feel great. I mean, I don't feel any like type of looseness, so maybe I was wrong. But as you just saw, I didn't necessarily have any issue with the shoe coming out or anything. So like, that's already like great in my books. That's already great because again, I don't see it doing it here. Like it's kind of going in versus like pushing out like the ALD Diner clog does. So like maybe that is a plus, but you already know how this go. I'm gonna be rocking this for a full week, whether it be the gym, running errands, sitting around, chilling in the house. I'm gonna put some time in, ride a skateboard, do some walking in it, just to get like a real full experience for these. So I'm gonna put these on instantly. I'm gonna put them on right now. I'm just gonna get straight to it. So I will catch up with y'all in a week. Oh, what's up with you, bro? What's good? Quick random tangent. Memes are so funny because like, if you don't understand what that is and you watch this part of this video, you're like, what is that? You've made it to the review portion. This is gonna be the French recycled hemp clog, the Plasticana. I think that's how you say it. This is gonna be another garden clog from the brand Gardenaire. Now, if you tuned into the channel or just like the clog series that I've been doing, then you'll know this is gonna be my second pair of clogs from the brand Gardenaire. Now, this pair right here is their Italian garden clog. This is the first pair that I own. Again, if you do wanna watch the review or like my thoughts and opinions when I first got these, that video is right here. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about these. Now, before this video goes any further, I'm gonna just say it off the rip. These have moved up so drastically. I have 7 pairs of clogs. These have moved up in the ranks so drastically within this week that I don't want to give it away just yet because I'm going to do a full like tier list of the clogs that I do own. But these have climbed the ranks, and I was very skeptical at first because they look very similar to the Diner clog from ALD. And if you watch that video, then you know I didn't really like my experience in those. And I thought these were going to kind of give the same thing, but they did not. They actually shocked me. So I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm just going to go straight into it. The first thing that I always like talking about first is going to be sizing. Now, the size that I did get for this pair is going to be a size 42, which is like that 9.5 width. And I can say across all the clogs that I own, that is the same size that I've been getting for all my pairs. So whether it be the Super Berkeys, Super Berkey 2.0s, whether it be the ALD garden clog, whether it be the ALD diner clog, that is the same size I've been getting for all my clogs. These are definitely true to size. Absolutely wouldn't change anything about it. Now, I was ever so slightly skeptical about this pair because this is the first pair of clogs that I've owned that did not come with an insole. So I thought that was gonna be weird because like other clogs that I own, whether it be the Super Berkeys, whether it be the LD, whether it be, you know, other pairs that I own, they all came with an insole. This is the first pair that came without an insole. So I was skeptical whether or not like it was gonna be too roomy or if like, you know, my foot was gonna be falling out. But truthfully, I don't like, there's no notes. Like if you came to this part of the video looking for what size do you get, take your true size. If you wear a 9.5, just get that 9. Get that 42. If you wear a 10, like, or a 10.5, just get that 10. Like, these are, I would say, in all the clogs that I own, these are the truest to size clogs that I own personally. So yeah, sizing wise, there's no notes. Take your true size. I wouldn't do anything different unless you have like a wider foot and you may just want just a little bit more room. But personally, my experience in these shoes after wearing them for a full week in the gym, running errands, going outside, you know, putting in multiple hours, I wouldn't change anything about my experience in these shoes when it comes to sizing. Also, let me just address this. This is not the box for these shoes. This is actually the box for the ALD Diner Clog, but I needed something to prop these up just to have them in frame as I'm talking. But these do not come without a box. It's very on brand for them because also when I got my Italian clogs from them, they also came without a box. I do wish, because like their whole thing is like, this is made from recycled plastic and hemp. So like, I understand it, it's on brand. I wish it would have came with like a recyclable dust bag. That is just like one note that I would love to like keep these stored somewhere, similar to like the ALD Garden and Diner Claw. They come with a dust bag. I think they could have did like a recycled version of that. That would have been dope, just to, you know, whether it be traveling, I can have a dust bag that like put it in my suitcase so that like it doesn't mess up my clothes. But that was just like a random note. I feel like, you know, overall, that doesn't say or take away anything about these shoes. I just wish it came with like a dust bag for like traveling purposes and all that. But let's talk about comfortability. Now again, I was very skeptical because I was like, I already just had my experience in the ALD Diner Clog. I did not have a good experience in those. I thought they were going to be better than what they were. And when I saw these and I unboxed these and they basically looked just like it, I was like, damn, this is going to be an issue where whenever I take a step, it's going to expand out and my foot's going to fall out. And I'm going to have to be super conscientious of like every step I take. I'm so glad to be wrong in this instance. These are, I mean, I hate to use the word, but these are actually perfect, bro. Like, they were actually perfect. And again, that issue that I had earlier where I'm like, there's no insole in this. So like my foot just gonna be touching like, you know, basically the material down here. Like, how is that gonna be, you know? But truthfully, comfortability, these are in the top ranks. This is top 3, if not top 2, when it comes to comfortability of all clogs that I own. I'm not joking. I own 7 pairs of clogs. These, comfortability-wise, these are it. These are it, bro. There are no notes. These are the most comfortable clogs that I have in my closet, for sure, without a doubt. So if you're waiting for that and you got to this part in this video, go ahead and push purchase, bro. Let's buy them. So just kind of final notes. These are actually really great. And for the price point of being like $78, bro, if you're looking to get into the clogs, I would say don't go the route of the Italian clogs, because like those are a little bit more bulky. It takes a little bit more effort to like kind of style those and fit those into your closet. These have a slimmer profile. They're very clean, very sleek. Because even when I rock this with like some like nice pleated pants or like even like some baggy cargos and even shorts, like I feel like it has like a more polished look to it compared to Italian clogs from Garnier as well. Like I think this is a better intro pair of clogs if you've never owned a pair of clogs, just because of like 1, comfortability, 2, the sizing is perfect. Like it really forms to your foot. It doesn't feel like it's falling off, similar to like the AOD Diner clog, which every step I took, I felt like my foot was coming out. So I would be an advocate if you're somebody looking to get into clogs. This is definitely the way to go. Like y'all saw some of the fits I was putting together with these. These are actually very elite. So yeah, that's gonna be my final thoughts and opinions on the French recycled hemp clog from Garnier, the Plasticana. But if you own a pair of these, please do leave a comment. Again, I am only one person. This has been my experience, but I know other people can have completely different experiences in these. So if you own a pair of these, please do leave a comment and tell others what your experience was, because that only adds to letting somebody make a more informed purchase. But again, I'm just one person, so please do share your experience in these shoes. But without further ado, like I always do, I will catch y'all in that next one.
But I love the way you work it. Hey, I love the way you work it for me.